Hello everyone, this is my chemistry channel, and in this video we're going to continue with the biological importance of some inorganic elements. In previous video also we have discussed same one. Again we're going to continue the biological activity of inorganic elements. Okay, first the element, the silicon. Silicon, which is not very essential, but it is trace element in animals, plants and particular grasses. And phosphorus also very essential. Then next to the sulfur is associated with iron forming important proteins. So sulfur forming a proteins with iron, which called iron sulfur proteins. So they are ferredoxin and rubidoxin. So in ferredoxin and rubidoxin, sulfur is associated with iron and gives this type of proteins. They are involved in the electron transfer reactions. Next, the chlorine. And chlorine is a very essential element in large part because it is actively involved in the regulation and maintenance of the body water. So the aqueous region of human body is maintained by the chlorine. Okay, and it also regulates the blood volume and it maintains the pressure and pH of the body fluids. Okay. Next, potassium. Potassium, which is involved in the ionic equilibrium. Okay, and useful to create electrochemical gradient across cell membranes. So many of the membranes are formed by the potassium and sodium ions and used in the cellular transmitter, which is used to maintain the cellular function in the cells. Okay, and next, calcium. Calcium is also a crucial element for the metabolic activity and for the muscle activation, including bone activation. The calcium is very essential. Okay, and it is a major component in inter and extracellular biominerals. Next, scandium and titanium, which is not very essential, but titanium has some therapeutic potential in anti-tumor drug. So this titanium used in the production of anti-tumor drugs. And next is the vanadium. So vanadium is very important in the nitrogen fixation and it also served as a haloperoxidase. It serves as an enzyme as well as used in the nitrogen fixation. Okay. And next, chromium. Chromium is not very essential, but it is very toxic. If you see chromium 3 plus and chromium 6 plus, among this the chromium 6 plus is highly toxic, and this chromium 3 plus required for the carbohydrate and liquid metabolism in mammals. Sometimes this chromium is used as a supplementary drug, that is chromium picolinate. This chromium picolinate is a very popular one, which is used to nutrient supplement and used for weight loss and muscle development agents. So chromium picolinate, it is a drug which is prepared from chromium compound. And next, manganese. Manganese is a very important in photosynthesis and it plays a very effective role in the photosystem too. So there are two types of system in photolysis, that is photosystem 1 and photosystem 2, which is happening in the plants, okay, green plants. And photosystem 1 is, it says, it's involved the synthesis of NADPH. And photosystem 2 involves the hydrolysis of water and ATP synthesis. So this tetranuclear manganese complex. So manganese, this is the tetranuclear manganese complex, which is used to split the water in the photosystem 2. So the splitting of water leads to the production of molecular oxygen. So this molecular oxygen is taken by the plant molecules. Okay. Selenium is essential and the drug is made from selenium called selenium sulfide, used in the treatment of skin irritation. Okay. And selenium 2 plus, Se2 plus, along with amino acid cysteine forms selenocysteine, which serves as a enzyme, that is selenoenzymes. So example, selenocysteine. Cysteine is a amino acid. Okay. And molybdenum. Molybdenum in the oxidation state 4 and 6 both are used in the biological system, and this molybdenum is used as an anti-tumor agent. And this tetrathiomolybdate MoSO4 minus used as anti-copper agent in Wilson disease. So what is Wilson disease I given here? It is the excess of copper accumulation in the liver. So this leads to the genetic problem in the human system, which gives genetic disorder. So it was treated by using this anti-copper agent. Okay. And molybdenum also involved in the nitrogen fixation, which is used to convert the nitrogen to ammonia. Nitrogen to ammonia is converted by using molybdenum. And it also serves as an enzyme. So it is one of the metal ion in xanthine oxidase. It's an enzyme which is present in mammals. Okay, so molybdenum is present as a central metal ion. Okay, and next one is tin. So tin compounds, triorganotin carboxylates are effective as bactericides. So what is bactericides? I have given. So there are two types. One is the bactericides and bacteriostatic. These bactericides are completely kills the bacteria. Bacteriostatic means it inhibits the growth of bacteria. So static means standard. So inhibits the growth of the bacteria. Bactericides means completely kills the bacteria. Okay. Next, iodine, and it is very essential element for human body, and it used to regulate the metabolism. It used to regulate the metabolism in mammals. So it regulating metabolism in mammals through the action of two hormones. So it's iodine containing hormones, that is triiodothyronine and thyroxine T3 and T4, which is produced by the thyroid gland. So this is the gland, butter shaped gland present in front of the neck of the human system. It's a small gland. So this gland produces these two hormones. If this gland produces excess of these hormones, which leads to the hyperthyroidism. If it secretes low hormone, it leads to the hypothyroidism. So that is thyroid disorder. Because of this disorder, the thyroid gland gets enlarged and leads to the goiter disease. Okay. And it was treated by using some radiation therapy. So the iodine is used in the radiation therapy mainly for the thyroid problem. So T3 and T4 hormones produced through the thyroxine residues in thyroglobulin protein. Okay. Next, iron. Iron have a role of transport and storage of dioxygen in the hemoglobin, okay, as well as in myoglobin, and it's a major role. If you see the major role, it is act as amino acid radicals for conversion of ribonucleotide to deoxyribonucleotides. Okay, so main role is transport and storage of dioxygen. Okay. And cobalt, as we already discussed this. It's forming the vitamin called vitamin B12 cobalamin. It is a fundamental coenzyme of cell mitosis. Okay. And nickel is used in the T oxidation state, nickel 1, nickel 2, nickel 3, which is used in the electron transfer reactions. And it also involved in the production and action of certain hormones. And it plays a major role in the creation of red blood cells. Nickel is playing major role in the creation of red blood cells. And next element is copper. It's along with iron, it transport and storage the oxygen in the human system. And if you see zinc 2 plus act as a Lewis acid enzyme catalysis. Okay, zinc is present in the enzyme called carboxylase. So it involved in the enzymatic reaction which is happening in the biological system, and it also stabilizes some protein molecules. It is used to stabilize the protein structure in the cell wall, and it acts as a zinc finger proteins that is used to regulate the transcription of DNA into RNA. It's very important one, which is asked in objective type of questions. Okay. And gallium 3 plus binds with the transport and storage proteins such as transferrin and ferritin. So they are electron transferring agents. Okay. And gallium 67 isotope of gallium used in the tumor imaging. Okay. And next one is arsenic. Arsenics are highly toxic, but the compound of arsenic, that is arsenic trioxide, used in the treatment of acute promyelocytic anemia. Some people who are failed to chemotherapy, the cancer patients who are failed to respond for the chemotherapy, then they are brought to this arsenic trioxide treatment. Okay. And next one is the gadolinium. It is a contrast agent in MRI scans. So it's used to take some image of organs in the internal system. Because of the paramagnetic, it's highly paramagnetic. So if you see the contrast agent structure, gadolinium was in the +3 oxidation state. The outermost electrons get removed by the ligands. It is a DTPA ligand, it's an organic ligand, diethylene triamine pentaacetate, organic ligand. So this gadolinium 3 plus has 7 unpaired electrons, so it's highly paramagnetic, which is a suitable role playing in the MRI scans. Okay. Next, platinum. Platinum is the platinum compounds, that is cisplatin and carboplatin. So platinum is the central metal ion and this is the cisplatin. So this cisplatin is used in the treatment of ovarian cancer and testicular cancers. And gold is used in rheumatoid arthritis. So that is called gold therapy. The joint pains are removed by using the gold therapy treatment. And the drug ornofin, it's a second generation drug. If this treatment gets painful for the patient, then they are prescribed the ornofin with a dose of 3 to 6 milligram per day. So it's a gold compound. Okay. And this is over about biological importance of inorganic elements. In next video we are going to discuss about some other topics. Thanks for watching.